Kyle Norstrem for Virginia Tech. Crowd's been waiting for something to cheer about. They got it there. Down the tunnel heads Joey Thomas as a winner.
Well, he did a nice job. Like, he kept fighting all the way to the end, kept getting back up to his feet. Oh my God, how important was that? Getting back up to his feet, finally gets himself out. Opportunity to go in sudden victory and takes advantage of it.
When it seems like out of the challenge where he had a little bit of time to catch his breath and talk to Tim Flynn, he was much sharper and got that key escape to force the overtime.
Right, which may have tactically been a little mistake on Tony Groby's part, right? If he lets that go and lets it ride and we don't have a 2-minute break in there, then the outcome might be a little bit different. You just don't know that. Yeah,
Prada was on top, so certainly he was working Thomas's energy level down. But as you said, a rest, a recovery, and a win for Thomas. Fenstermacher has a dual winnership, but it was at 125. He's moved into the 133 weight class recently. Norstrem 0-1 in duels, and he too wrestled at 125 recently. Lost to Zeke Moisey 10-3 last year in this duel at 125. Fenstermacher started at Pitt. Now he's at West Virginia. He's wrestling against Virginia Tech. That's the trifecta right there.
Nice jog, goes all the way across. That's good, a 2-point takedown. And look, at sometimes you just got to make up your mind to go in there, right? I mean,
first time the Mountaineers have gotten a takedown in the first period today. An escape from Norstrem cuts the lead to 2-1. 14 seconds of riding time in Fenstermacher's favor.
I can see what he's attempting to do. He's hoping to kind of jack that up and pancake him onto his back, but Norstrem smartly sort of keeping his elbow down on that side as best he possibly can. Fenstermacher's got to up the pace a little bit, right? I mean, you're wrestling a guy who hasn't wrestled all that much. You kind of know that going in, that you're not going to wrestle the ranked guy, and so you're wrestling the back up a little bit, and so you gotta be willing to go in and do your thing and go after him a little bit.
Back to neutral. 29 seconds left in this period. KJ Fenstermacher, West Virginia leading 2-1 against Kyle Norstrem of Virginia Tech. The 22nd time these two schools have met. Mountaineers lead the overall series 12-9, but the Hokies have won the last 3. WVU's last win the series came back in 2004. There was a long hiatus in between, though. Just over a decade between matchups between these two, but it's been all VT since the series resumed. 2-1 after the first period, though, in favor of KJ Fenstermacher and the Mountaineers. Fenstermacher has choice. He'll take the bottom. Will go to work burning off the 14 seconds of riding time. He's done so now.
You know, sometimes you try that wrist control and you reach across and then you give him your wrist and then he's got to kind of cross wrist and you're sort of giving him an advantage like that. That was weird. Looked like when he tried to stand up, he just tried to get up underneath and pull him back. But Fenstermacher's got to get himself off the bottom here. It's not really that Norstrem's doing a whole lot on top. He's staying kind of under his arms, under his right, and he's sort of hooking and grabbing cross wrists when Fenstermacher gives them to him. And when he stands up, he's trying to pop his hip up and take him back to the mat. So there's a warning for stalling.
Back to the middle with a minute to go here in the second period. 46 seconds of riding time in Kyle Norstrom's favor. Sophomore from Brandon, Florida.
Gets himself up off the mat again that time, which is nice. He's got to make a little better recovery, and what he really allowed is that hook and that claw to come across so that he can pull him down. I mean, I like doing that a lot, and making it easy for the guy on top when you allow him to be in that position. You know, and kind of basics 101 is you don't let your wrist come across, so it makes it easy for him to reach across and grab. You try to keep that thing out. You keep your elbows in, your wrists out. Sort of kind of what they teach you when you first start wrestling, and there's a reason they teach you that. It's because it makes it too easy for the guy on top to grab something and wrap himself around you.
Fenstermacher and Norstrem will roll out of bounds. Back to the middle we go with 5 seconds left in this period.
So 5 seconds left in the period means you're getting ridden out. So now you got to turn around and you got to spend some time on top yourself, right? And see if you can get a turn. Or you got to figure out whether I'm going to come loose and spend some time trying to do some takedowns. Oh, almost had it as a frontward roll.
Yeah, very narrowly escaped there. Really good start there from Fenstermacher. But
so why not do some of those things like
a little bit earlier?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about the try to forward roll part of things, but try to do some things that create some separation in space with your hip.
So no scoring in that second period, but Norstrem racks up a minute 45 of riding time in his advantage. So now Fenstermacher will have to burn that off.
So here's the difference is that when Norstrom's trying to get up, he's doing a good job of keeping his hands separated so Fenstermacher can't reach over and grab a wrist and then pop him up in the air. And he's got a point for an escape, and now he's got 26 seconds advantage of the riding time.
Fenstermacher's got to go, in other words.
Yeah. Oh, man, that was nice. He got the double overs in and did a nice job with that. With the throw from really low angle, low amplitude throw, and
near fall as well makes it 8-2, and all of a sudden this went from being a match Fenstermacher could win to one where he's playing for points. Down 6, down 7 with the riding time.
Well, and just and that looks like I don't think he's gonna. It looks like he's gonna be content to try to ride him out and not get the and not go with a major decision. But it's pretty darn close to that, right?
Well, yeah, and if you can get a major decision, then you're first in question to get pins in the last 3 matches, even to tie it in the team score.
And that's not likely
that's
to
not
occur.
Likely to happen, right?
But still, you know, this was a match here. I think Fenstermacher just, I don't want to say gave away, but spent a lot of time on the bottom. Didn't really look as sharp as he was capable of looking. And a nice win by Norstrem and Virginia Tech.
Attack on the riding time point. It's 9-2. Norstrem makes it a 20-3 lead for the Hokies, and second time